So come and learn how Jesus uses his church to transform us into himself. TotusTours.com. Thank you.
Listen in, Brewley.
Listen in, Denham Springs.
Listen in, Baton Rouge.
Hear WPYR on FM 105.1 downtown.
105.9 in Baton Rouge East.
Or tune in to 1380 AM all over the capital area.
And listen anywhere in the world on your smartphone with the free Catholic Community Radio app, in the App Store or on Google Play.
24/7 and always clear.
ccradio.live.
Tune your heart to the truth. Catholic Community Radio is 1380 WPYR, 105.9 WPYR-LP, K286CS, 105.1 Baton Rouge.
ccmedia.live.
Excuse the interruption in regular programming. Tune your heart to the truth. Catholic Community Media. It's Catholic Community Media's Pledge Drive. With special guests and your phone calls to financially support this nonprofit apostolate. Because we are 100% donor funded. Donations from underwriters. And donations from you. And now, get ready to pledge. Let's go live to the studios of Catholic Community Media.
And we are on our second day of our fall pledge drive when we come to you in joyful charity requests to help keep this station on the air and to continue to bring you content and to celebrate Catholic life in Southeast Louisiana and beyond, because this goes actually all over the world, but we do celebrate our Catholic faith, and we are so pleased to do so and to be given this apostolate and this opportunity to come to you, and we do ask for your help. So we're going to give you a number and a website that you can donate online. That number is 855-341-5199. We have several people standing by to take your call, and let us know what you like, or what you want more of. We always want to get your feedback. Or you can go online at ccradio.help. Again, 855-341-5199. And, I am really excited this morning to have our next guest live here in the studio. Good morning, gentlemen, with the Knights of Columbus.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let you guys introduce yourselves and your roles with the state Knights of Columbus. Vince, you first.
Sure. I'm Vince Whittington. I'm the state deputy for the Knights of Columbus here this year. I was fortunate enough for that, so looking forward to being here.
Good, longtime friend, Vince. Good to see you in that position. Well deserved. Eric?
Eric Miller. I'm retired from the state offices, but I host the Friday nights
in the morning
on the radio every first Friday of the month.
Yeah, well, we are pleased to do so. In fact, I go on the Louisiana KFC website, and it's one of the first things you see on the front page is that you guys join us on First Friday. So that's fantastic. Well, guys, I want to talk about the conjunction, or the coordination with the Knights of Columbus and Catholic Community Radio, and how that exemplifies why we both exist, in a sense. So how important is it from your standpoint and the mission you have as Knights in the state of Louisiana to join with Catholic Radio in proclaiming what the Knights are all about?
Well, I'd say Catholic Radio is a huge part of the Knights. They help us get our message out. We all work with volunteers and donations, and that's all we work through. And through Catholic Radio, we can get our message out to all the brothers and sisters out there for the good work that the good Lord allows us to do. I think that's really the biggest thing we can have is evangelize with the Catholic Radio.
It's difficult to get that out to everybody that can hear what's going on. Eric, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I agree. I mean, getting the word out plus getting what the councils are doing. I mean, on the first Fridays, I try to get out, what the councils are doing in the local parishes so that folks can come out and support the Knights and see what the Knights of Columbus are doing to support their communities, the local parishes, and the local schools. So it's a very big function and a resource for the Knights of Columbus. And so that's why we partnered with Catholic Community Radio to get that word out and for all the good works that the radio station does.
Yeah, let's talk about the works that you guys particularly are doing. So just this month alone, October, which is Respect Life Month, I was looking at the calendar, the state Knights of Columbus calendar, and then our local calendar and for the Knights, on all the activities that the Knights are doing to promote the dignity of life. And a lot of people don't realize the Knights are behind in supporting these initiatives. Talk about some of that, and the ones that I come to mind locally, for example, we have the Silver Rose program. People aren't familiar with that. The Novena for Life coming up, but there's other things going on as well. Garrett, and it's what you guys got planned in October for, to promote life.
Well, we do have the Silver Rose coming in on at the end of the month on October 29th, and it'll be here for about 40 days, going to all the different churches. And there's a calendar. There's a calendar up on the website for that. We do have the Columbus Day March procession on Monday in New Orleans at St. Patrick's. And so we will have a mass procession and a banquet on October 8th at St. Patrick's Church for that. And so with those functions going on, that's what we're utilizing to support life through the Catholic message.
Yeah, and then you got the Catholic Youth Leadership Award that's kind of in the process of where we're trying to also get youth involved in terms of recognizing them, expressing their support for all things Catholic, right, Vince?
Yes, correct. There's a lot of Catholic youth leaders that are fantastic leaders out there, and we honor them with a scholarship here during each fraternal year, so that when the seniors move on to college, they'll have a few funds to help them with that. But we also partner with Louisiana Right to Life a lot and follow a lot of their programs in Respect Life Month this month.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how much, when people think of the Knights, they obviously think of some of the activities that are done, particularly during Lent, but other activities going on. But the funds that are raised, talk about that, Vince, from a statewide perspective, and you're obviously real familiar with the districts down here. Talk about the amount of funds that are being used to support all kinds of activities.
Well, some of the funds that are being used that go through all the good donations, Louisiana Right to Life, which supports all the life programs, gets quite a good percentage of the money. They probably get close to $15,000, $20,000 a year to support their programs. We also do quite a bit to support our priests and our seminarians.
Yeah, talk about that. People don't realize that either.
The priests and the seminarians have, we're founded by Father McGivney, who was a priest. And one of our missions is to support all the seminarians and priests come in. And one of the major programs we do is we have what they call a seminary raffle. You'll see them come out at churches. We're advertising that they be sold at all the churches. So I ask you to support your seminarians. It's simply a raffle, a $5,000 giveaway there. And all that money goes to the seminarians. Last year, we were very fortunate enough to give each seminary $26,000.
Whoa, $26,000.
And this goes on every year. The goal this year is to raise $100,000. We raised a little over $60,000, so we'd like to raise $100,000 this year and divide it up amongst the seminarians. The seminaries use that to go on their Acapulco trip, which they go each year.
No, that's so huge. I mean, we hear about the need for priests and formation, and here that's badly needed. I do know many local chapters also support specific seminarians, and that's in addition to what you're talking about, correct?
That's correct. The numbers I mentioned are only state. All the councils around the state also support all these activities and also do a lot of personal in-house events to give additional funds to them to help with those events, help with the fund.
That's powerful, and some other things going on. I know that the support of the youth, the Pulse leadership programs that we were able to send our kids to. We had 5 from my parish alone that we were able to support and send to Pulse, and wow, they came back so fired up, and I was so proud of our council there in Abita Springs. to be able to support sending those kids. And I heard this year that they have some kids that want to go to the March for Life in Washington, D.C. We support that on a state level and on a local level.
We do.
So here we are, encouraging our youth, right, and offering them a financially assistance. People don't realize the things that the Knights are doing to continue that the Catholic faith is, that our youth are filled with that zeal and with that knowledge, right, Eric?
Though that's right. We're finishing up with the soccer challenge on the council level. We got the district deadline coming up for the soccer challenge. We've got the YEP funds that we use to support the youths and all these activities. We're getting ready for the end of the year with the poster contest, the essay contest to support the youth.
Citizenship, is that the one? Right. Okay.
And so, all those have stipends that go to help support the youths for their education. And councils on the different levels support the youths. I know my council, we support an 8th grader, boy and girl going into high school, and have a contest and give them a stipend to help offset costs for going to high school or any funds that they have. And so lots of councils do that on the local level as well.
Like that essay, when I was really love the title. The essay has to do with how do we evangelize in a digital world? Asking our kids to dig into that topic, and that's what the types of things that Knights do. So we're joined with the Knights. In fact, this station began, the founders here, Knights, it's the table, I guess. Jeff, you're sitting at that table built by, Leo Segala and others, of fond memory. Mike Norwood, of course, dear memory, helped found this station as a Knight. Dave Dawson, of course, myself. So the relationship between the Knights and Catholic Community Radio is forever. And we were so proud and pleased to promote what you guys do, because you're proclaiming the gospel with everything you do. With every dollar that you make, you're continuing to put those words into action. And we're pleased to put it over the airwaves, but we can only do that if you continue to support. So if you're a Knight out there, or your ladies auxiliary out there, or you got a friend that's a Knight, or you're thinking about the Knights, or you appreciate what the Knights do, give us a call at 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. Vince, am I reading that number right? Maybe you can read it again for me, brother.
I think that number is 855-341-5199, or donate online at ccradio.help.
And before we go into break, Eric, I want to make sure that people have an idea of the website that they can go to, where they can see everything that's going on in the state with respect to the Knights of Columbus.
They can go to louisianakc.org, which is the state website, or they can go to kfc.org, which is the Supreme website. And we'd like to challenge, Vince and I'd like to challenge all Brother Knights, that the state council is going to match up to $500 for this hour, any donations that are made to Catholic Community Radio. So we'll challenge all Brother Knights, their spouses, to call in and contribute to Catholic Community Radio.
Woo, well, we appreciate that very, very much.
So brothers, get out there and support that challenge.
Yeah, we need you. We need you guys. So give us a call at 855-341-5199, ccradio.help. Calling all Knights to fill the breach, continue to make sure that it's to proclaim out there that we're fighting the good fight. We're trying to form faithful citizens, and we're trying to do that with a joyful charity. So stay with us. We're going to get back with Vince and Eric. We'll talk a little bit more about Catholic Radio and the Knights of Columbus.
St. Joseph Abbey Caskets and Cemetery, just north of Covington, are builders of handcrafted mahogany and cypress caskets and beautifully constructed cremation urns, which can be delivered to the funeral home of your choice. Situated on the peaceful and picturesque Abbey grounds, the Abbey Cemetery offers burial and pre-planning options for cemetery plots and columbariums. Visit stjosephabbey.com to make an appointment.
I'm Scott L. Smith, estate planning attorney, and I'm an underwriter of Catholic Community Radio. I help individuals, families, and businesses with estate planning and successions, creating wills, trusts, and powers of attorney, with offices in Baton Rouge and New Roads. I'm a husband, father of 5, Catholic author, and Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus in New Roads. I'm attorney Scott L. Smith. You can reach me at 225-718-5334 and on the web at smithlawfirmla.com.
Louisiana Bar Association, ad filing number LA21-12335.
This is Franciscan Father Greg Friedman for the Catholic Communication Campaign with a message about faithful citizenship. The act of voting is easy. Mark a ballot with a pen or tap an electronic screen. But how do you get to that point? For that, we go all the way back to Jesus. He brought us God's reign, the way of justice and love, revealed in the Scriptures and in the Church. The U.S. Bishop's document, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship, gives us 4 steps to take it from there. After we hear Jesus' teaching, we receive it. A few of us carry around a Bible or the Catechism ready to take out before discussing politics. Rather, we make Christ's teachings a part of how we think. Only then can we take the next 2 steps to act on those teachings and use them to evaluate the positions of political parties and candidates. For more, go to faithfulcitizenship.org.
Make plans to attend this year's Pro Vida Youth March for Life benefit dinner, Thursday, October 19th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. at St. Michael High School in Baton Rouge. You'll enjoy dinner and a silent auction, with proceeds providing scholarships for seminarians, along with helping support religious and youth who will attend the annual March for Life pilgrimage. Tickets to the Pro Vida benefit dinner are $80 per person or $600 for a table of 8. For more info, go to youthmarchforlife.org.
Catholic Art and Gifts, 6184 Florida Boulevard, is a proud sponsor of Catholic Community Radio. Catholic Art and Gifts has sacramental items as well as supplies for church and clergy. Catholic Art and Gifts also stocks the latest books from Catholic authors, plus children's books, baby items, and gifts for all occasions. You'll always receive a warm, heartfelt welcome from the staff. Catholic Art and Gifts, 6184 Florida Boulevard, 225-926-1216. On the web at Zieglers.com.
And good morning, good back with you. I'm Johnny Hebert. I'm to you on Wednesdays usually, but I'm here all morning because of a special reason, and that is we're begging. We're not begging. We're actually cooperating with the Holy Spirit. We ask you to do the same thing, and that is to support this station so that we continue to bring you great programming that I know you benefit from, whether you listen in the mornings or whether you listen in the evenings to the national shows. And you can do that. You can do that by giving us a call at 855-341-5199. I'm going to give that again, 855-341-5199. Or you can go online anytime, 24/7 to ccradio.help. And one of the things we ask you to consider is becoming a member of the Coffee Club, holding up a little tumbler here, Catholic Community Radio. And that's basically around $30 a month. You can become a member of the Coffee Club, and as you run your home, you know that having regular funds coming in helps. Well, it helps us to plan too. We have, whether it's $30 or $3, anything we have coming in on a monthly basis just helps us to prepare and plan. And I want to mention real quickly, I think I mentioned last hour, but you may be tuning in on how well the funds are managed. And if you look at our debt right now, we've been able, because of your generosity, to drop our debt down to the goal is almost in sight of being able to pay off our loan for everything that we have out here, which will only ensure that this station stays on the air for many years to come, reaching your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, hopefully, and keeping them in the faith and proclaiming the beauty of the Catholic faith. Good to, yes, that's why we exist, and we do so enjoy. And speaking of joy, we want to pick back up again. We've got Vince and Eric joining us again, as they do on first Fridays of every month with the Knights of Columbus State Council guys. So good to have you here with us this morning. And I want to say something about membership real quick. when Janet and I moved out of the Baton Rouge area and moved to the Covington, Abita Springs area, we started going to mass there, and I'm starting looking around, seeing I don't know anybody, we don't know anybody, but one thing I did see everything that was going on that was positive and uplifting and fun and spiritual. The Knights were doing it.
That's right. That's right.
And I said, all I know is if we're going to get ingrained into the life of a parish again, then we've got to be associated with the Knights of Columbus, because these guys are living it and doing it. And I think, and it's been what a blessing ever since we have gotten, involved in the local council there in Abita Springs, and it's with the support of our pastor, Father Ken Allen. Talk about that, guys. How that being a member of the Knights of Columbus isn't like you're just joining a club. It's far more than that. It's living out your Catholic faith 24/7 in a masculine, productive way. That's the way I'm experiencing. Your thoughts?
Well, for me and what I advocate, joining the Knights is really about your faith and serving others. The Knights gives you a great tool to go out and help do exactly what the good Lord calls, and serve and help others. There's no better tools than Knights, because that's basically what we do. We're called to evangelize and go out. So you need to bring that with you, to bring other people to take that journey with you and serve the good Lord. And that's really what the Knights are about.
Especially, its founding was based on Father McGivney seeing that men who went to serve their country or working and they lost their lives early, these women, these families were left home without a father, without a caregiver. Then Father McGivney saw the need. He stepped in. We need to serve those families that are in need, and that's how it began. And it hasn't changed. That still is, right, Eric?
It hasn't. We've continued to support the widows, the orphans, for our brother Knights who have passed away. We have an insurance arm, highly rated insurance arm that helps support the Knights of Columbus, and we utilize that to fund projects as well. And so we would encourage any Catholic gentleman over the age of 18 to consider joining the Knights of Columbus for that aspect, and for the aspect of supporting the church, the priest, the community, and the youth. Because when I was growing up, the Knights of Columbus were the old guys that ran the beer garden at the church fair.
Yes, right.
And then you were kind of standoffish, and it's not what the Knights are. The Knights are so involved in the formation of faith and assisting Catholic men in their faith journey. And in fact, the Supreme Council has just rolled out a program, CORE, and you heard us talk about it earlier, that is to assist Catholic men, not just Knights. The Knights are help putting it on, but it's a function for the parish and for all Catholic men to come and learn about how to pray, how to form your life for Christ, and fraternity and brotherhood, and get together. And so I'd encourage every Catholic man to look at your local parish, to be on the lookout for these core programs and consider going to them. They're short, they're less than an hour. They may be once a week, they may be once a month. The different councils are structuring them how best for their parish. But I would encourage every brother Knight and every Catholic gentleman to look at those programs and consider going to them, because I think it's going to be immensely helpful for all Catholic men in their faith journey.
Yeah, can you give that website again real quick about how, if they want to check this out, and they can find their local councils there too? That's
right. They can go to louisianakc.org. On our homepage, there's a link. There's a message by our state chaplain, Father Jamin David.
David, right.
He's got a little video there.
I saw that. That's a good one.
And then
you did a good job on that, man.
And there's a link to the program. And as the councils develop these, we're going to get that information out. And also on the Louisiana jurisdiction's Facebook, you'll see postings. I know the Monroe Council has theirs up and running. They've already started meeting for their core program up in that area, so that's a good venue to find out what council or what local core program's going on.
Yeah, you mentioned that term, getting things out there, and that's why we exist. You guys have your calendar and you got your website, but being able to tell everyone in the area over the airwaves or even on our website and our calendar, especially our events calendar, you can put that all in there, and it is like the town square. It's become the town square, so it's broadcasts across the whole area. If you've got a specific activity, for example, in your local council, let us know. Got something going on in the state? Well, that's why we have you guys in every month to see what's coming up. That's the whole point. We want to proclaim the great things that are going on, but people don't know if they don't hear. And that's why we love teaming with you guys, because we want everybody to kind of get on the ride, right?
Right. All that information's out there, and if they don't hear it, they don't know where to go to find it. So.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you that number again, 855-341-5199. We really need you. We got generosity of the nights. Every dollar you give during this hour is matched up to $500. So let's make sure that phones ring, or go to ccradio.help, and let's go ahead and get the $500 out of the way. If you got $500 you've been blessed with and you need a tax deduction, hey, we're your station. We're your phone call. Call us at 855-341-5199, and let's reach that goal, ccradio.help. I want to follow up something, Eric, that you were talking about in terms of young men and kind of growing up. We may have had fathers or uncles or whatever there in the nights, and we may have a plan in our mind, well, I'm working right now. If you're a younger guy, you say, I'm working right now. Maybe when I retire and have the time, I'll get into the nights, but I don't have a real reason to join right now. They may think that. Au contraire, I would say, as you mentioned, if you're young and you got a family, I would say that this is the time to join the nights. Some of the benefits there with respect to particularly protecting your family, and from some of the insurance products that are out there, which are extremely highly rated, as you mentioned, and very affordable. There's even mutual funds now being offered as well that are invested in Catholic, pro-Catholic ideas, faith-based ideas. That's the reason alone. And maybe you say, well, I can't go to a meeting, all the meetings. Okay. You do what you can, right?
Right. You don't have to. We don't ask that you come to all the meetings. We don't ask that you come to any meetings. We want you to do what you can for the community, for the parish, and for the Knights of Columbus. And, I wish I had joined it when I was younger. Didn't till I was a little older, not as old as I am now. But I would
younger than us, Vince, I'd say.
I'm not sure. I would encourage all Catholic gentlemen to consider joining the Knights of Columbus. It's very easy to do. You join online at the kfc.org/join us. There's a link. There's information. You can join online. You can identify what church you're interested in. If you know the council number, what council you're interested in. It's a very, very easy process. But talk to a brother knight. If you see a brother knight at church, talk to him about the Knights of Columbus, what it is that particular council does, and consider joining.
Yeah, and if you're maybe you say, well, I'm a single mom or I have kids, particularly, there's all these programs that are out there to help you form your kids. And so check with your local council. Say, I heard about an essay contest. I heard about a soccer challenge. I heard about these. How do I get my kids plugged into a Catholic venue, Catholic way of life, and maybe see where that leads, keeping them close to the church. And you can rely on that. So check with your local council and become a part of it, even if you can't join yet, right? So many reasons to do so. Vince, any last thoughts as we kind of go into the break here?
The last thoughts is, Brother Knights, I'll need you to get out there and get your checkbooks out and help us make that donation we want to match. So get your checkbooks out and make sure you call 855-341-5199 or donate online at ccradio.help.
Well, you just heard it from the head guy, yes, sir. We'll do that. Do that right at the show. Well, thank you guys for coming on here and being a part of this, especially every month. We really value all that the Knights of Columbus do.
Thank you for having us. We enjoyed it.
All right, well, stay with us. Well, coming up right after the break, we're going to have...
Hi, I'm Shelley with Women's New Life Clinic. Women in unplanned pregnancies need your support. Please join us at Born to Run 5K and Half Mile Fun Run presented by the Parable Foundation, Saturday, November 4th at North Boulevard Town Square in downtown Baton Rouge. Born to Run is a fun family event with free food and music. Go to womansnewlife.com/born-to-run to register yourself and your team.
Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Does your church want to spread the word about an upcoming event? Go to ccmedia.live and click on Events and News. Then click Submit an Event. Post yours now at ccmedia.live.
Lord Wellington Investments is owned by Greg Kennedy, CPA, a longtime friend and supporter of Catholic Community Radio. Lord Wellington Investments serves all of your investment, financial, and tax needs in South Louisiana. From 401k rollovers to financial and tax planning, it's Lord Wellington Investments. Greg Kennedy says, invite others to join you in listening to Catholic Community Radio. Lord Wellington Investments, 225-292-5118.
Hi, y'all. I'm Chef John False, a longtime supporter of Catholic Community Media. We're inviting the guys to Catholic Man Night Wednesday, November the 8th. Join the Fraternity of the Leaf, underwritten by the Olivier Group, for just $250. The fraternity will meet at 5 p.m. and entitles you to cigars, pre-dinner libations, a private tour of White Oak Estate and Gardens, plus a sampling of liquor from my own distillery. Or for $125, enjoy an open bar, a Regina cigar, and a strolling buffet with appetizers and entrees. Our guest speaker is Catholic convert and businessman Mike Fulmer of Berryland Campers in Ponchatoula. Reservations are going fast, y'all, so book yours now at ccmedia.live. Also, sponsor a priest or bring a friend. Just buy your reservations for Catholic Man Night, Wednesday, November the 8th at ccmedia.live. Underwritten by Olin Group, One Solution.
Have you ever wanted to read the Bible in a year? Hello, I'm Jeff Cavins, introducing the Bible in a Year podcast with Father Mike Schmitz and myself. It is available at ascensionpress.com or Apple. An amazing thing is happening right now around the country. People are reading through the Bible in chronological order, and we would love to have you join us. That's the Bible in a Year with Father Mike Schmitz and myself at ascensionpress.com.
Hey guys, I'm Matthew Leonard, author and founder of ScienceOfSainthood.com, and I'm coming on down to Baton Rouge this November to speak at a very special Fullness of Truth conference. Well, listen to who's coming with me. First, best-selling author and renowned scripture scholar extraordinaire, Dr. Brant Petrie. And second, Curtis Mitch, the guy who, among other things, is like a modern-day St. Jerome. It's going to be awesome. The conference is hosted by the great people at Fullness of Truth and will take place at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Baton Rouge on November 4th and 5th. The conference title is The Eucharist and the Spiritual Life, Moving Through the Science of Sainthood. We'll celebrate Holy Mass both days with Father Miles Walsh and enjoy sacred music from the Vigil Project. This Fullness of Truth conference is only taking place November 4th and 5th at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Baton Rouge. To get more information and register, simply go to fullnessoftruth.org.
Berryland Campers has been a proud sponsor of Catholic Community Radio for over 10 years. And for over 20 plus years, Berryland has been the final destination for thousands of folks looking to buy motorhomes, fifth wheels, and travel trailers. Their no-pressure atmosphere, pricing to fit your budget, and friendly service has helped Berryland to become one of the largest RV dealers in the entire South. Berryland Campers invites you to join them in supporting the faith through Catholic Radio. Go to berrylandcampers.com. Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Want to follow us on Facebook? You can watch live video and get push notifications by liking us on Facebook. Search for Catholic Community Media and visit us online at ccmedia.live.
Right this minute, you're listening to Catholic Community Media. Have you told others about this station? Perhaps how listening has deepened your faith? Become a CC Media ambassador at ccmedia.live. We'll send you prayer cards and bumper stickers for yourself or even your church. They're free for the asking. Go to ccmedia.live and click on Become an Ambassador. This way, we evangelize together. Tune your heart to the truth. Catholic Community Media.
Welcome back. 855-341-5199 is the number to call. Or you can go to ccradio.help. I'm David Dawson along with Johnny Hebert. co-founder of Catholic Community Media. We call it media now because we're kind of all over the place. You know, we're on Catholic Life TV in the mornings for the Wake Up Show, and then we're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube. I'm trying to on our website as well. So we're kind of out there everywhere, Johnny.
That's the current technology.
Yeah.
We're trying to stay in there. I mean, any way we can get there.
I'm sorry. I need to interrupt you guys because I just got a message from the vice president.
Okay.
We know that Janet Hebert.
Yes.
Is the president of Johnny's fan club.
You got that right.
True.
The vice president of his fan club is his lovely daughter, Anna. Anna made a donation this morning online at ccradio.help. So,
Sweet thing.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Anna.
And whatever it is, it got doubled because we're still got a $500 match kind of going on. I don't know if we hit that yet, but hey, it's still out there till the top of the hour, right, Jeff?
As a matter of fact, I see you got a stack of papers right there.
Yeah.
You know what? Whenever you're ready to get to it, Jeff.
We'll do a little update after the top of the hour, but
you got it.
You guys got to talk Catholic and cooking and our faith.
Basilicas.
We have a special guest.
Yeah, it really helps when we have somebody, much higher up in that category than you and me, Johnny.
Way higher.
Yeah, way higher. Monsignor Christopher Nolte, good morning.
Good morning. Happy to be here, David.
Welcome to have you back. I feel like I'm talking to a family member here. Monsignor Nolte and I go way back to a food show that we used to do, but that was about 1,000 years ago. We did that. One day I'd like to do that again. Monsignor Nolte is also known for, we would put on a fundraiser, Johnny, and you know this because you were there at every one of them, Jam and Jazz.
Oh, so much fun.
And Monsignor Nolte and another celebrity would be up there cooking. And we had so much fun with Chef John Bash, with John Foles. Oh, my goodness.
Brian Landry.
Yes. And, it was just a blast. We had such a good time.
That's being Catholic. You gotta pray and you gotta cook.
Yes, that's right. We do it, and we do it with joy. Monsignor, let me give that phone number out right now, and then we're going to catch up with you and see what's going on. 855-341-5199. I was told yesterday to say it slow because I was just ripping through. 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. So, Monsignor, tell us what's going on at your basilica.
Well, I can tell you about this morning's Mass. Today's the feast day of
St. Francis.
I'm getting an echo here.
Oh, uh-oh. All right. Well, Jeff mashes buttons there, and we'll just kind of push on through.
Okay.
Did you bless critters?
We did the blessing of the pets on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bunch of dogs, a cat, and an owl.
An owl?
An owl? That's
he always, I think one time he did a turtle in a
We've
wagon.
had turtles.
I was going to ask who, but that would have been...
the turtle.
Go
ahead, Monsignor. I'm sorry.
It's funny because St. Francis of Assisi is known for his love of nature, right? And people have cast him as like a vegetarian because he loved animals so much. But people who do that haven't read his biography by St. Bruno, that one Friday, Christmas was on a Friday, and I'm still getting this echo. I'm hearing myself after I talk.
Okay, I tell you what, why don't we do this?
It's very confusing to me.
All right, why don't we do this? We're going to reconnect with you. So it just may is a little phone glitch here. So we're going to reconnect with you and see if we can't make this work out right for you. So hang on just a second, Monsignor Nolte, all right? We'll call you right back.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
the turtle, he was blessing the turtle. That's what I was going to say. And he actually made a comment on Facebook that normally he likes to have turtle in soup,
Oh,
so
my
I
gosh.
think that's where he was going. We'll find out a
I thought
little
he was going
bit.
to say St. Francis was feeding that wolf because later the
Oh,
wolf
no.
would go for drag food. I don't know. I don't know where he was going with that.
That's the story altogether.
Yeah, it's the sub part of it, anyway.
All right. So look, any donation that you make of $50 or more, you're going to get a book. You're going to get Holy Moments book. And then if you join the coffee club, you're going to get this official stainless steel dosage tumbler here that Johnny is holding up. If you're watching on video, and if you're watching on your radio, stop doing that because you can't see that and you may run off the road. But you get the dosage tumble, and then you get the package of River Road coffee, or you get the K-Cups, and you're also going to get that book along with it. So join the coffee club. This really supports us on a monthly basis. Really, we really need that. Monsignor Nolte, you are back. How are we sounding to you now? Or how do you sound to yourself? Or
I don't hear the echo anymore. So
there we go. Okay, you were talking about blessing the pets. You were talking about St. Francis.
I love St. Francis, a wonderful saint. He gave up everything, embraced poverty, was called to build the church, establish this great religious order. But sometimes people have painted him as some sort of a vegetarian. Now,
Right.
I think St. Francis was ascemius. I mean, he was an ascetic, right?
Okay.
He begged for his food, but if he begged for food, he would take what people gave him, right?
Right.
And they've tried to paint him as a vegetarian, but there's a story in his biography by one of his brothers, Bruno, where it was on Christmas Day, and Christmas fell on a Friday, which is a traditional penitential day. And Bruno said, so we must abstain today because it's a Friday. He says, no, it is the solemnity of our Lord. We will all eat meat. The animals will eat meat. If I had enough, I would smear the walls with meat.
Wow.
So that clearly
Okay.
is not someone who's a vegetarian. But, we are, as Catholics, we have fast days and we have feast days. And so we fast during Lent and to a certain degree during Advent. And then when we celebrate the great feast of the church, whether it's Easter after Lent is over or whether it's Christmas after Advent is over, it's a day to feast.
Mm-hmm.
So, all things in moderation. But Francis had a wonderful, harmony with nature. He loved nature because God has given us that. But his main motivation was Jesus Christ, right? I mean, that was his direction. He did everything for Jesus. He even received the stigmata from Jesus to share in his suffering. And so a man who just lived in harmony with the world. I think we have a lot of that down here in the South, when you have people who hunt and fish and I've never been one to be a trophy hunter. When I was growing up, I hunted for the food that I would eat, and I fished for the food that I would eat. And so I think we do it. There's a reason we call this the sportsman's paradise, and it's not because how well the Saints are doing. It's
Boy, you got that right.
With nature all around us.
At least we got hunting and fishing.
At least we have right.
In fact, I may do that this weekend instead. So, but that's another story altogether. But no, you're absolutely right. We are steeped in nature around us here in South Louisiana, and we like to eat a lot of that nature.
Exactly.
We do.
South
With a
Louisiana.
lot of herbs you can get locally and throw in there into the dish. Work it.
That was my main dish all summer. I have a little lady who's so good to me. She grows basil on my back deck and makes sure she tends it. And so I was eating pesto all summer, even have a lot frozen. But now that that's kind of going away with the heat and the season, I got to switch my recipes around. So I cook for my housemate, Father Doug. So this week I made him an Italian dish called norcina.
Norcina.
Norcina. It comes from Norcia, which is north, not too far north of Assisi, actually, and they're famous for their sausage. And so it's a dish that has Italian sausage, and you can put onions. Some people put a little garlic. After you cook the sausage down, you put a little onions or garlic, and then render it down with some white wine, and then add some heavy cream, toss it with rigatoni, and put a lot of fresh sage on top and some Parmesan or Pecorino.
Monsignor Nolte can put that together in like 5 minutes too. I've had his cooking.
Yep.
I tell you what, we gotta take a break, and I may just go eat right now while we
need
I think I might have my margarita for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, look at you! There you go. There you go, Monsignor.
You could do that. So, all right. When we come back, we're gonna. I want to talk basilica when we come back. So, 855-341-5199, 855-341-5199, or ccradio.help. And then we come back. Jeff's gonna give us a little breakdown of how we doing.
Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Want to keep up with us on Instagram? Just follow Catholic Community Media on Instagram to receive immediate posts and pictures. And check out our website at ccmedia.live. If you're looking for that special and unique gift, be it rosaries, statues, handcrafted art, or jewelry, stop by the Shepherd Staff Gift Shop at Sister Dulcie's Ministry, located on the grounds of Cypress Springs Mercedarian Prayer Center, 17560 George O'Neill Road. Remember, when you shop at the Shepherd Staff Gift Shop, you're shopping with a purpose. Shepherd Staff Gift Shop is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
What will make my annuals thrive this year? Hi, I'm Zorn with greenseasons.us, and here's a few things. Location is very important. Know how much sunlight your flower wants, and make sure that is how much sunlight it will get when you plant it. This will save you time and money. Soil preparation is also important. Annuals prefer well-drained soil. Work in peat moss and compost to increase the soil's organic matter. Don't overcrowd them. Flowers have to have the right spacing to grow. Flowers from the nursery can be compacted by the pot they were grown in. Gently loosen the root mass before planting. This will cause the roots to spread faster. Fertilize the plants when you are done planting with a slow-release fertilizer. Flowers will not need to be fertilized again during this season unless they are grown in containers. Add some mulch around the freshly planted flowers, making sure not to cover them up, and make sure to saturate the area on the first watering. I'm Zorn with greenseasons.us. If you have any questions, 888-353-1971.
Get better sleep with a new mattress from Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet, a proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio, providing a selection of brand name mattresses, adjustable bed frames, and Maloof pillows and sheets. Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet, 225-930-5779, 4065 Florida Boulevard, and Jefferson at Hushitu Road. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, noon to 4 on Sundays. See Mitch and the gang at Baton Rouge Mattress Outlet.
Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Do you have trouble tuning in our station at night or when you're away from town? Listen to us 24/7 on your smartphone or computer. Always clear, always on at ccmedia.live.
For more than 150 years, St. Vincent de Paul has served the capital city, caring for the poor, feeding the hungry, and housing moms and children. St. Vincent de Paul accepts donations of cars, trucks, and SUVs, motorhomes and campers, even motorcycles and boats. Proceeds benefit the poor and homeless, served by the Bishop Ott Shelter, the St. Vincent de Paul Dining Room, Pharmacy, and Miriam's House. St. Vincent de Paul, 225-383-7837.
It is our pledge drive here on Catholic Community Media. I'm Jeff Blackwell, and got a little update on donations that have been coming in.
Oh, boy.
We have an anonymous donation from Livingston Parish of $150. We like anonymous.
Thank you, anonymous.
Thank you. Yes, that's beautiful. Also, Joy goes to... goes to St. Catherine of Siena. She's from Metairie. Joy donated $50.
Thank you, Joy.
We have another donation who called in and talked to one of our friendly volunteer operators, Opal. Goes to St. John Bosco and Harvey.
Yes.
Still recovering from that Ida stuff, but my heavens, what a dear friend and dear listener. Thank you very much, Opal, for your gift of $50.
Oh, wow.
Another online donation at ccradio.help. Bridget from Slaughter, Louisiana, $30 a month.
Coffee Club.
You're a Coffee Club member.
Thank you.
Thank you for becoming a Coffee Club member, Bridget.
Yes, indeed.
All right, we've got Monsignor Nolte waiting back in the wings here. And Johnny, take it away.
Yeah, good to have you with us, Monsignor. Hey, Monsignor, I wanted to ask you a couple of quick questions about what's it like in terms of being in a basilica, first of all, and maybe that's a treasure right under our noses there that we don't get a chance to visit. And then I wanted you to mention about these Most Holy Rosary celebrations you got coming up, I think, in the month of October. So give us an update.
Sure. Well, we, the church has been named a basilica by the Holy See. There's, I think there's only about a little over 100 in the United States. Right. There's 3 in Louisiana. And what it is it binds us in a special way to the Holy Father. We, as a basilica, we celebrate with greater solemnity the feasts of that Rome celebrates, the solemnity of Peter and Paul, the conversion of St. Paul. And we have items in the church that if the Holy Father were to ever visit, would be used. When the Holy Father used to walk around Rome in the Middle Ages, there would always be someone ahead of him with a bell on a pole called a tintintabulum, and that would alert the people that the Holy Father was coming. The bell would have the papal tiara and keys on it, and then to find the Holy Father, there would be an umbrella called in Italian an umbrellino over him in the traditional red and yellow, red and gold stripes, and then people would see where the Holy Father was. Now, 50 years ago, or more than that, 100 years ago, if you'd have said the Holy Father was coming to New Orleans, you would have thought it was crazy. But the Holy Father did come to New Orleans in 87. And so if he did, he would undoubtedly come and visit. He may not have Mass there because, he may go to somewhere larger, like he went to the lakefront and the Dome and stuff like that. Yes. But he would definitely come and visit his basilica. So that would be a huge honor to have the whoever the Holy Father was at the time come and visit. And we celebrate our Masses, especially our big Sunday Mass, in the same kind of style as Mass is celebrated at St. Peter's in Rome. We have Gregorian chant, and so, if people from my parish were to go to Rome, it would not be unfamiliar. They would know the chants, they would know the parts of the Mass in Latin, and so that's part of being a basilica. What we're really hoping, and it's my ultimate aim, and I'm trying to figure it out now, is to have the church open, because we have 4 Catholic shrines in New Orleans that are open during the day. The Church of Our Lady of Prompt Succor, which is on one side of me. We have the Blessed Silas Center, where Father Silas is buried. We have the cathedral, which is the oldest still active cathedral in the country, and we have the Ursuline Convent, which is the oldest convent in the country. So you could create, and that's really my aim of becoming a basilica, was to create this pilgrim trail. And ultimately, what I really want is I want my church open. Exactly. When I was young, I lived a block away from my parish church. I could walk there. It was open. I hate having my church closed, but I can't leave it open without somebody in there. And so I've got to be able to afford to pay someone to be like a docent, an expert, to welcome people in there, to give them tours, explain the basilica, but then also let them, most importantly, spend time with our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. And so that's my ultimate plan is when I got to this parish, I said, what can I do to get my church open? And the one thing I know is we're not a wealthy parish, and so adding a new employee, that's just going to be in the church is a hard thing to do. But I'm hoping as the basilica gets more well-known and more people come to visit, that within the year we can have it. So we may not be able to stay open all night, but we would be open during the day. But the Rosary Congress was at our church yesterday. The Rosary Congress is a really interesting thing. It started in 1978 when the Pope St. John Paul II wanted to visit Poland, and the authorities didn't want him to visit Poland. And so the people of Poland started 7 days, 24 hours of prayer before the Blessed Sacrament, pleading our Lord to pave the way for John Paul to visit. And on the last day of it, the Polish authorities changed their mind and allowed him to visit. And that visit is so historic because it really was the beginning of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Yeah. And so prayer did it. Prayer, the Rosary did it, which it's done in so many times throughout the history of the church. The Battle of Lepanto, Pope Pius IX said, "Give me an army of people praying their rosaries and we'll conquer the world." And so the Rosary Congress now goes to 7 different churches. So it was with us yesterday. Oh, okay. It's moving to Our Lady of Good Counsel today. It started at Our Lady of Good Counsel, and I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it's a beautiful thing, and it's really was brought to the United States by the Polish people. So the Polish immigrants who loved Pope St. John Paul II decided we should use this not just for that one visit, but we should use this for the faith, for the strengthening of the faith and victory, not just victory over earthly powers, but victory over evil.
We need it now more than ever. And I tell you what, really quick, and if you got about 30 seconds, the Mass that you were talking about with the Gregorian chant, what Mass is it on Sundays?
It is, we do Gregorian chant at all of our Masses. We have a Vigil Mass We have a vigil mass at 4 o'clock on Saturdays, 8 a.m. and 10:30. But at the 10:30, it's a little bit more. We sing Our Father in Latin. We offer communion kneeling at the altar rail.
All right.
And it's a little bit more, everything is sung. At some of the other masses, not everything is sung. But at the 10:30 is kind of our high mass.
This is St. Stephen's Basilica, we're just going to ask you to Google it, St. Stephen's Basilica, because folks are going to be
on the
traveling.
corner of Napoleon and Camp Street, uptown New Orleans.
Beautiful.
Right off the streetcar track.
Great. Monsignor, before we let you go, can you give us a blessing? You got about 15 seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
May the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit come down upon you and remain with you forever.
Amen. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, being a part of the pledge drives. It's tradition for us to have you on here, and it just you mean a whole lot to us here at Catholic Community Radio. So thanks for
Miss seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Hope we can do it again soon.
I'm coming to see you. We got to have lunch. So.
All right. God bless, David.
God bless.
Thank you.
Yes.
With that, what did he call it? That dish he's working on? Yeah, maybe ask him for that for lunch.
Something it's
Mozzarella, I don't know.
I'm still here, Norcina.
Thank you.
Norcina.
Norcina. All right.
Norcina.
Listen. Some of the best recipes I've ever come across was now it's not coming to me. Come on, what is it? Where you serve it on the baguette? The cold, the tomatoes, the onions.
All right.
Bruschetta. And he gave me that recipe, and y'all, it is the best in the world. It is fantastic.
Multi-talented, Monsignor, isn't he?
God, here we go with food again, Johnny, and we forgot to give out the number. 855-341-5199. Make that phone ring, or ccradio.help.
I'm Ian Malawsong with River Road Coffees. We're proud to support Catholic Community Radio across the Gulf South. Our coffee wakes up the staff every morning and keeps them going throughout the day so they can deliver the freshest Catholic content and news to you. You'll also find us at many Catholic Community Radio events. River Road Coffees at your local grocer or visit riverroadcoffees.com for home delivery.
Every city has a great donut shop, and The Heavenly Donut is a Baton Rouge favorite. Early every morning, Shane and Kara Castile begin making fresh homemade donuts, kolaches, and dozens of other tasty delights that will surely put a smile on your face. If you're in the mood for a king cake, The Heavenly Donut can customize one for you year-round. So don't worry, The Heavenly Donut has you covered. The Heavenly Donut, I-10 at Highland Road in Baton Rouge.
Are you facing an unplanned pregnancy? Adoption may be the right choice for you. St. Elizabeth Foundation cares. We want you to know that you are not alone. With St. Elizabeth Foundation, you have options. Find out if adoption is the right choice for you by calling St. Elizabeth Foundation 225-769-8888 or visit stelizabethfoundation.org. That's stelizabethfoundation.org.
Delivering customized services while developing lasting client relationships is what sets Olent Group One Solution apart. As an independently owned agency for over 25 years, the foundation of Olent Group's success is the commitment to help individuals and businesses maximize and protect their economic potential by providing personal attention, quality products, and superior services. Olent Group offers employee benefit consulting, financial services, property and casualty, and specialized insurance for emergency services. Visit olentgroup.com and see how our family protects yours. Olent Group, one solution, helping address your needs today and for many years to come.
Securities offered through Calton and Associates Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. OSJ 2701 North Rocky Point Drive, Suite 1000, Tampa, Florida 33607. 813-264-0440. Olent Group, Olent Financial Group, Nassau Olent Benefits Consulting, Olent Porsche Insurance are not owned or controlled by Calton and Associates Incorporated.
True Blue Water is a proud supporter of Catholic Community Radio. True Blue Water serves East and West Baton Rouge, Livingston, Ascension, and Iberville parishes, delivering artesian, fluoride, and filtered water to your home or work. Remember the spelling of True Blue, T-R-U-B-L-U-E, True Blue Water. For information, visit True Blue Water online at trubluewater.com or 225-313-1299.
Please join us in praying for protection this hurricane season. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father in heaven, through the intercession of Our Lady of Prompt Succor, spare us during this hurricane season from all harm. Protect us and our homes from all disasters of nature. Our Lady of Prompt Succor, hasten to help us. We ask this through Christ our Lord, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hi, I'm Chad Olivier, Certified Financial Planner, CEO of Olivier Group. My wife Rose and I and our 4 sons are parishioners of St. George Catholic Church. Olivier Group was founded in 2002 with the goal of helping families with all aspects of financial planning to protect your family. We do this by using a team approach with a personal touch, always acting in the client's best interest. Life by design, not by default. Visit our website at oliviergroup.com.
Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, CWM, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor.
Tune your heart to the truth. Catholic Community Radio is 1380 WPYR, 105.9 WPYR-LP, K286CS, 105.1 Baton Rouge.
ccmedia.live.
Excuse the interruption in regular programming. Tune your heart to the truth. Catholic Community Media. It's Catholic Community Media's Pledge Drive. With special guests and your phone calls to financially support this nonprofit apostolate. Because we are 100% donor funded. Donations from underwriters. And donations from you. And now, get ready to pledge. Let's go live to the studios of Catholic Community Media.
I feel like I'm getting blasted back into the past.
I just, you know what? How about we just take the rest of the time off and just listen to that music? Huh?
I feel like I'm driving down the road in a 66 convertible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You too can, anyway, all right, you too can donate. 855-341-5199 is the number to call. 855-341-5199, or easily go to ccradio.help from anywhere in the world. ccradio.help, and we make it really easy to donate. We welcome you to join the coffee club. It's even simpler, and a lot of folks say they don't even see it come out of their account every month. It's $1 a day, and it makes a big difference for us here at Catholic Community Radio, because we know we can count on that each month. So
you know what else is really easy? To become an underwriter.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you got a business out there, anyone listening, and you say, well, look, how do I don't want to separate my business life and my ethics and my faith from my faith. Mm-hmm. You know, how do I do that? Well, hey, you know the value of advertising. You know the value of getting the word out there. And how do you so great way to do that would be to join with us and get your business out on the air.
Yeah.
You know,
I can tell you
it's
what's
really
absolutely. I can tell you what's unique is the folks that we do have as underwriters. They'll call us and they're telling us, you know, that they're advertising on secular and Catholic radio. Okay, but the response they're getting is for Catholic radio. Folks say, I heard you on Catholic Community Radio.
There you go.
That makes a big
And
difference.
the other
Jeffrey.
thing, too, about business owners, because you like doing business with like-minded people, it's not really advertising with
No.
us because
That's
we
very
are
true.
our nonprofit. FCC regulations prevent us from doing certain things, certain verbiage. But what we tell the potential underwriters is what you're doing is donating. To help evangelize, and we're just giving you a thanks, a little nod.
That's a very good way to put it, Jeff.
It's
well,
not
that is
about
the way.
advertising.
Yeah, very well said.
It's about souls.
Well, the neat part is people are handing you papers, so I guess you'll be updating us soon.
At the bottom of the hour.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Now, this is not a business, and this is something that we have to tell ourselves every day, that we are not a business. We are a mission. We are an apostolate. And so really, when you put it on paper, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Yet here we are, just like St. Francis, we're being fools for Christ. I mean, this is what we're supposed to do. Somebody who understands this, and one of my heroes is in studio with us right now, Allison Daigle. Welcome.
Good morning.
With Women's New Life Clinic.
Yes.
Women's New Life Clinic. I'm always over the map with that. I never get that right, but it's correctly pronounced Woman's New Life Clinic.
It is purposefully singular possessive because every woman's needs are unique.
Okay,
and
that will make it sink in for me now.
Great.
So fantastic. And you have had a lot going on. I was blessed to go to a blessing that we had of a new building here in Baton Rouge. Talk about that.
We are so excited and so blessed. We've been in Baton Rouge for well over 10 years, right next door to what is now the former Delta Abortion Clinic.
How about that?
Wow,
Praise God.
That in itself, I've been there many, many years.
Yes.
You know, I'm like,
Praying.
wow, I never imagined. Well, I should have. That
Sure.
happening, and there it is. Power of prayer, right?
The power of prayer. So many folks who were beautifully, peacefully, prayerfully witnessing to women outside of that clinic and directing them to our free life-affirming care, and their lives, and were changed, and they were saving lives. They were saving their babies' lives when they come to us, and so it's been a beautiful experience. Our building right next door to Delta is small but mighty. We're doing great things, but we were, really limited by the space, and we've expanded our services. So in addition to the life-affirming pregnancy services, the free pregnancy tests and ultrasounds and all the professional counseling, we have been able to expand to offer well woman care. We have a women's health nurse practitioner, and she's been only able to come into Baton Rouge to do one clinic day a week because of the size. We knew we needed to expand.
Right.
Very gratefully, there was a physician, an OBGYN, who was across the street from us, directly across the street for years, and he retired at the end of 2021. And through the help of anonymous donors, we were able to purchase his
Amazing.
building, doubling our clinic space.
Wow.
And we were able to renovate. We opened on Monday, September 25th, and it was it's been so beautiful to have women come in the doors. We even had someone try to come when we were moving.
Come on.
We were
Really?
literally moving the ultrasound machine into the new building, and someone came, and we were able to schedule her for Monday and come in and receive our care, which was amazing. And so we did have Bishop Duca come and bless the building on this past Wednesday, and we are just so incredibly grateful.
What a celebration! You're at the point where you're having women come in and their children come in with them that were saved.
Yes.
That's powerful to say, yeah, this is the child here that now was not aborted, but now is living, breathing, celebrating. And here's the fruit of your labor. Oh, wow.
Right.
I mean, what more affirmation can you have of the power and of what you guys do than having that?
Amen.
Looking at a beautiful child.
I think what's amazing, Johnny, is this is the new building. Right in front of the new building is the grass where we prayed.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's where we prayed, isn't it? And so
and walked that with a deacon.
You're in that building because we were praying facing the abortion clinic across the street, which is now closed. That speaks.
Yeah, and we build on the prayers of those who came before. I remember, Deacon Pete Walsh, Speedy Gonzalez, standing on that spot with tears in their eyes and praying. And I know they're celebrating that, to see what's happening now. And so, but hey, your job's not done by any stretch of the imagination,
No,
right?
you're just getting started.
It's
Really.
not.
Here
Let's
comes the
talk about
battle.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, the landscape has definitely changed. So even though abortion is largely illegal in the state of Louisiana, it very much still does exist. The abortion industry is really pushing abortion pill by mail, which is incredibly dangerous for women. We know that the abortion pill made up about 53% of all abortions in 2020. 2020. And the projections are now that by the end of this year, 2023, over 80% of all abortions will be done by the pill. Unfortunately, regardless of the fact that it is illegal to distribute the pill by mail, it is being done very much. It's just unbelievable.
How so? Educate us on this.
Sure. So we have spoken. I know we've had our women's health nurse practitioner Shannon McCormick on, and to speak about it. You've got artificial birth control. You've got the contraception that we know, artificial hormone that prevents ovulation. In and of itself, though, if a conception does occur, the birth control does make a uterus incompatible with life. So an abortion could actually occur without a woman's knowledge. Then you have emergency contraception. That's what people commonly know as Plan B. And we are seeing that on college campuses and being dispensed. These two things are different from the abortion pill. The abortion pill is actually a set of 2 pills that a woman takes. The first set of pills causes the fetal demise, causes the baby to die, and then the second set of pills that she takes actually causes her to then expel the baby and the contents of her uterus. So you can imagine how extremely dangerous this is for a woman to be doing this at home, how extremely scary it can be. Woman's New Life Clinic is fielding those phone calls because there's no one on the other end of the line of the place where she's getting those pills. There's no medical oversight. So we want her to come to us, get the free pregnancy test, confirm you still have a pregnancy. Let's do an ultrasound to check for that heartbeat of the viability of that baby. We want to make sure the pregnancy is inside her uterus. If it's ectopic, this is life-threatening to her. And then we also want to confirm how far along she is in her pregnancy. One of our nurses shared with me yesterday, she thinks that over 80% of the women that come into our clinic are wrong about where they think they are in their pregnancies. They think they may be 6 weeks, but they might be 16 or 30 weeks.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Oh, yes. A lot of women don't know. They don't know when they conceived, when their last menstrual cycle was. And so there's so much misinformation, and all we want to do is provide truth and empower her with that, with the knowledge of what the abortion pill looks like, but what all of her pregnancy options look like, parenting and adoption.
And the cool thing is the cost of this is
nothing.
It's free.
All of our services and our professional counseling, not just for the woman, her partner, her mother, anybody involved in a pregnancy decision, but also we offer counseling for past abortion, and that's available to women and men. Or maybe you have had a recent miscarriage or stillbirth. So we offer counseling for families who have struggled with a pregnancy loss, for women who are struggling with postpartum depression. All of these counseling services are completely free. And because of Catholic Radio, because you allow us the opportunity to spread our message and the work that we do through Catholic Community Radio and media, we are able to reach people. We've had folks come in and receive our services by referral or hearing that this is available to everyone.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
That's why we're here.
That is really why we're here.
Absolutely.
We can proudly say we are a pro-life station.
And you hear this across the country. People will say, "Well, I was on my way to the clinic to have that done, and I happened to turn on the radio, and boy,
Changed my
the
mind.
Holy Spirit changed my mind." That education is so key out there. No, we're so pleased to be able to get out there to the public, Allison, what's happening at Woman's New Life Clinic. And real quick, I want to make sure people know where these free services, how they can access them, where do they go?
Yes.
Website, all that kind of stuff.
Thank you. Womansnewlife.com. So woman's with an A, womansnewlife.com. We are located in Baton Rouge at 761 Colonial Drive. And then in New Orleans, we are at 4612 South Claiborne Avenue in Uptown New Orleans next to Planned Parenthood.
That's amazing, your locations. This is great.
The Lord has provided us that opportunity at every step of the way. It's amazing.
Fantastic. 855-341-5199. Call that number. This is where you support us so that we can support Woman's New Life Clinic. This is important to you. This is important to everybody's future. 855-341-5199, or simply go to ccradio.help.
Yeah, particularly with this October is Respect Life Month. What a better way to celebrate life and the dignity of life from conception to natural death than supporting such a beautiful ministry, such as Woman's New Life Clinic, whether you're in the Baton Rouge, well, wherever you are in Southeast Louisiana, to direct mothers to where they can get the truth and get the help, and most particularly hear the comfort of our Lord and the wisdom that comes from Mother Church. Right, Dave?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, look, you got a lot of other stuff going on. We're going to talk about that
boy, you
when
do.
we come back after the break. I mean, you don't stop. You're kind of like us. We're
got galas and races and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. So please support us. 855-341-5199. ccradio.help. Join the coffee club. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for ideas to energize your marketing plan? You know, Catholic Community Radio is heard across the Gulf Coast, reaching over 1 million Catholics. Hi, I'm Damian Collado. Let me show you how you can connect with like-minded, loyal listeners who prefer to do business with someone who shares their values and faith. Just send me an email to underwrite@ccradio.live. That's underwrite@ccradio.live.
St. Mary's Books and Gifts, the little bookstore with a big heart and a thirsting desire to spread the good news. 225-272-4030. Laura Manderfield Krantz Gifts St. Mary's Books and Gifts is a longtime supporter of Catholic Community Radio. St. Mary's Books and Gifts, located on the corner of Florida and Sherwood Forest Boulevard, 225-272-4030. St. Mary's Books and Gifts.
This is Jimmy Sagers, and it's my pleasure to introduce the video series Understanding Catholicism. It's a love story of how God reveals himself, prepares the world for the coming of Jesus, who establishes his church and transforms us with his sacraments. And in the sacrifice of the Mass, Jesus simultaneously takes us up to Calvary and into the heavenly Jerusalem. And the series ends with a reflection on Jesus' passion. The videos and the notes are free to church groups or any individuals. Both are available at the website totustuus.com. So come and learn how Jesus uses his church to transform us into himself. totustuus.com. Thank you.
Why do I support Catholic Community Media? Because I listen to it. It feeds my spirit and helps me share my faith. For just $1 a day, I became a member of the Catholic Community Media Coffee Club. My contribution helps this station spread the truth of our faith all across the Gulf Coast, which means I'm evangelizing. Tune your heart to the truth. Go to joincoffeeclub.com. joincoffeeclub.com.
This is Chef John Foles inviting you to think outside of the box at White Oak Estate and Gardens. Meet in our gardens or under the outdoor pavilion where delicious food is commonplace. Strategize adjacent to a trickling stream while enjoying breakfast or lunch. Oh yes, we do parties and weddings, but we'd love to earn your weekly business too. White Oak Estate and Gardens, 751-1882, located on George O'Neill Road, right next to Cypress Springs Mercedarian Prayer Center.
And good to be with you on this Wednesday, second day of our our fall pledge drive, where we come to you and ask for your help, your prayers, your financial help, whether that be your donations or whether if you're a business owner, as an underwriter to this show, that's what keeps us on the air. And we have particular needs and costs, things like that. So anything that you can do to help to fill that gap. And hey, we see in the horizon really closing in on knocking out our debt. Can you believe it? It's actually within sight.
Yes,
and that
yes.
I mean,
it has really come down a long way. So that is something that we would, if somebody, we went from like 625,000. We're down to 130,000, and this is to pay for the tower repairs after Katrina. for $6.90 a.m.
To
So if
build new
somebody's out there
towers.
saying, I'm going to go ahead and just pay that off, well, that would be much appreciated.
That means, and that would mean that this station's going to stay on there for quite some time. Well, you can imagine without having that load on.
Absolutely, because I'm here to tell you that monthly note is high.
Yes,
you
it
know,
is. And think how much we can do without having to spend it on a loan.
So how as that's going on, you know, just maintaining the bills that we have. Just this past weekend, and you know it always happens before a pledge drive, Satan tries to take us off the air.
Really.
There was a power surge in the New Orleans area that took a lot of radio stations off the air. Well, we were one of them. Okay. Well, we got back on the air, but you know what? It ruined a couple of, I don't want to get too technical here, but it was a few modules that are in our transmitter. Okay, and it's a big old transmitter out there, and in that sense, we're not running at full power. Now, look, 690 is a strong, strong station, so we're still covering the New Orleans area all the way into Baton Rouge. It's still there, but we want it even stronger, okay? So guess what? It happened right before the pledge drive.
Of course.
I'm going to find out what that bill is probably today, and it isn't going to be pretty, but this is so while we're paying notes, while we're paying electric bills, while we're, you know, doing our usual expenses, things happen. This is where we need your help because we're 100% donor funded.
855-341-5199. Got volunteers. Well, beautiful, joy-filled volunteers.
Oh, you can hear them in the background.
You're having fun back there.
They're joyful. There's no doubt about that. They're having a blast.
One's really cute. I kind of have my eye on her.
Oh, you got
for
one
45 years, I guess. Or you can do ccradio.help. Again, let me give that number one more time. 855-341-5199 or ccradio.help. And we exist to proclaim the gospel, but in particular to bring love, charity, healing, and to serve the poor and all those in need, in particular mothers and children. And that's why we're so glad to partner with apostolates such as Woman's New Life Clinic, Allison. I tell you, it's been a pleasure to celebrate life, and particularly with the way you guys do it, being hand to hand, eye to eye, arm in arm with mothers in need.
One thing we like to do is we like to promote everything that you guys got to raise funds too.
Absolutely.
You're just like
That's
us.
Right. That's right.
And you got some coming up.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us about what's coming up.
We do. In New Orleans, we have the Gala for Life, annual Gala for Life on Friday, October 6th. That's just in 2 days.
That's
two days
but
away.
you got room.
And
right, she leaves here. She's got to go start mopping up the place.
Not too late, though, right?
It is not. You can buy tickets at the door. So patron opportunities are still available. Of course, tickets can be purchased. We would love to know if you're coming. Just go to womansnewlife.com/gala. It is at Club 44 in New Orleans. That's right next to Champion Square. It's a beautiful venue. We are so blessed to honor this year Archbishop Emeritus Alfred Hughes.
I love him.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yes, it's so lovely.
The Yoda master.
Yes. He is such a blessing to Woman's New Life. I mean, since we were founded, he's just been a fabulous spiritual presence for us. So we're grateful to honor him. We'll have food from restaurants from about 25 different places all over the city.
Oh, my.
Open bar. Press One for English is our live band. That's a Baton Rouge band that's coming down.
Yes, I know them.
And they are fantastic. So we are so excited. There's another opportunity for another event. We have Robert Fresh Market that's donated a wine and dine dinner that'll be coming up in November. You can go to the gala website, womansnewlife.com/gala, to purchase tickets for that event. And all that money raised goes towards supporting the work that we do at Woman's New Life Clinic.
So the other event that you're talking about from Robert, where is that one?
It's going to be actually at Robert's in their Lakeview grocery location. They actually have a whole upstairs room, and it's, I think, a 4-course meal, and each course is paired with a different wine.
Oh, wow.
And the tickets, seating is very limited, so it's a very exclusive event.
Okay.
And so, but you can go online and purchase those tickets now. You can purchase them at the gala. It's another opportunity. It's going to be on a Tuesday evening, I believe November 7th, that first Tuesday in November. We're so blessed for, to have Robert Fresh Market support us in that way as well.
Okay.
To help us, continue to raise funds. And then if you're in the Baton Rouge community, if you want to come on down to New Orleans, please do. But if you're in Baton Rouge and you like to run or walk or skip or maybe just saunter, come on over. Saunter.
Stroll.
I'm a
What
saunter.
I did.
Push a stroller. Yeah.
I usually go off the track. They have to come put me back on. Yes.
We have those cones and the volunteers that lead you back, David.
Okay, good. I need that.
Yes, but Saturday, November 4th, we have our annual Born to Run in Baton Rouge.
Fun.
Yes, Bishop Ducal will be doing the opening prayer. Deacon Michael Parker is our MC, and our own beloved Jeff Blackwell will be the DJ.
Yes, DJ
I like
Jeff.
to run my mouth. So perfect.
Imagine the voice of God telling you to run. What are you going to do?
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
It's
Looking
going to be
forward to it.
fantastic. Hundreds of people come out. It's so family friendly. We have a kids corner. We have food from a lot of councils, Knights of Columbus councils. We just had our nights on in the last hour. It is just a fantastic family friendly event.
It really is.
And they can go where to sign up for the
Yes.
Born to Run?
womansnewlife.com/born to run.
I like that. I just love the name, Born to Run.
Doesn't that make sense? I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
saying, I can imagine St. Paul, run toward the prize. That's what we're
I was
doing.
thinking
you
of
know?
the Springsteen song, but which is the same.
Okay.
I mean, hey, you know,
it works.
That'll probably be one Jeff plays, as a matter of fact.
Well, I imagine he's gonna
First
get a-
request, Jeff.
All
There
right.
it
He's
is.
already
Born to
gonna
Run.
get
on the list.
It is a
Springsteen,
tradition.
our
That's right. For sure.
That was right. A lot going on.
Yes.
And like I said, this is something that we are happy to support you. You know, you were just talking off a mic a little bit earlier about your routine in the day with your app. Talk about that.
I begin every day with Catholic Community Media. So the free app that you all provide alerts me a few minutes before 7 a.m. saying wake up's about to start, and that prompts me as I'm getting ready. And I listen to the wake up hour program. I tune in until I get into my car. And since we have clinics in New Orleans and Baton Rouge, I'm on the road quite a lot. So I tune in, switch to the radio once I get in the car, and just enjoy the programming. And on my way to work, and then of course on my way home. And my husband Bart and I are very proud supporters of Catholic Community Media.
Yes, you
we
are,
too
yeah.
are Coffee Club members.
There you go.
Got that dosage tumbler at home.
Yeah.
We absolutely love supporting you all.
Wonderful, wonderful. So if you're late for work, it's our fault because that means
I am
we're
listening.
Off. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll try to keep you on time. One thing we'd like to say, and Johnny, we've always said that too, the other stations that are out there that you listen to, secular radio, by the time you get to work, they pretty much suck your soul right out of your body, right?
Well,
I mean,
That's very true. Life. We talk about life a lot through this station and the protection of dignity of life. But living life to the full is what you get when you're listening on the radio station. You mentioned many times, Dave, you want to listen to that stuff that sucks this.
No, you want to build. Look, I want to be encouraged and
right, and you want to be
fired
fed
up when I get to work, right?
And you want to be fed, and you're in the car wherever you are, maybe at work, but you're listening and you're learning and you're getting inspired, and you're hearing stories of saints, you're hearing stories of martyrs, you're hearing stories of just hope. And the other thing, like with respect to life, you're not going to get on these secular stations what's really happening in the body, what's really happening in terms of, you mentioned the pills, the abortion pills that are out there. You don't get this
not
news.
Hearing that.
You don't get things like Father Tad Paholchik, for example, that comes on and gives us real information,
concrete
stuff
proof.
that we need to know that you're not going to hear anywhere else that proclaims the beauty of life from conception to natural death. And that's why you tune in, is to be inspired and to be educated and to proclaim what the church teaches, all that is good, holy, and beautiful. And what you guys do, Allison, God, we're so just pleased to be able to support what you do, because it really comes down to it. All of the Catholic Church's social justice teachings stem from respect for life.
Absolutely.
Without that, we don't have anything else to build on. So glad to proclaim it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us. We are so grateful to be supported by Catholic Community Media.
And congratulations on your new building in Baton Rouge and the and the building in New Orleans. How is that coming along?
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. So
Okay.
we have women that come actually from Planned Parenthood. We had a woman a few days ago who said that it was a very, very stark contrast. The experience she had there, she did come to us, and
Really?
she received our services and is choosing to parent her child. She
Wow.
went
Wow.
to them seeking abortion and was not received warmly, to say the least.
No
And
kidding.
she came in and shared that with our staff and
Well,
said, "This is
a life
feel,
saved. Wow.
Yes, I feel the love here." And
My
yes,
goodness.
it changed her life, and it's saving the life of her child.
So there's a lot of joy there. There's a lot of joy there as well.
And not just at the birth, but to help support them,
Oh, yes.
throughout the raising of a child. The church is there and other services,
Yes,
right?
we've given away tens of thousands of dollars in material support for women, and since Roe was overturned, not just diapers, wipes, formula, portable sleepers, that sort of thing. We go beyond. We do transportation assistance to get women to and from our clinics.
Wow.
Maybe to legal services or immigration services if that's necessary. We have helped women with school supplies supplies for their children. You know, if a woman's coming to us because she is so sick with morning sickness and needs support, she's going to get all that medical care, the counseling support. And we're like, what else do you need?
Yeah, it's not just about the baby's life.
No.
It's about her life.
Her.
So it's so aptly named, Woman's New Life. Life for mother, life for baby, life for everyone, right?
Well, and I will say this. I've met a lot of the folks who work with you over at the clinic, and they are just the most amazing, happy people that are there.
They
I
are.
mean, and you talk about, you feel the love when you're around there. It's
I
just,
work with the best.
You feel
yes.
like you're on sacred ground, as it should be. So, all right, we'll continue to pray for you.
Thank you, and you are in our prayers as well.
Thank you
y'all.
so much. All right. Please support us here at Catholic Community Media. We need your help. We've got, so we can support heroes like this. 855-341-5199 is the number to call, or it's really easy to donate online. We made it simple. ccradio.help.
And every dollar's matched during
Yes,
this
it
hour,
is.
so that your gift gets doubled. So make it a big gift, so we can have a big double.
Yes. We'll be right back.
St. Joseph Abbey Caskets and Cemetery, just north of Covington, are builders of handcrafted mahogany and cypress caskets and beautifully constructed cremation urns, which can be delivered to the funeral home of your choice. Situated on the peaceful and picturesque Abbey grounds, the Abbey Cemetery offers burial and pre-planning options for cemetery plots and columbariums. Visit stjosephabbey.com to make an appointment. Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Are you in need of prayer? Go to our website and click on the Resources tab, then click Ask for Prayer and fill in the form. We're here to pray with you and for you.
Go to ccmedia.live. Listen in, Brewley.
Listen in Denham Springs.
Listen in, Baton Rouge.
Hear WPYR on FM 105.1 downtown.
105.9 in Baton Rouge East.
Or tune in to 1380 AM all over the capital area.
And listen anywhere in the world on your smartphone with the free Catholic Community Radio app, in the App Store or on Google Play.
24/7 and always clear.
ccradio.live.
This is Franciscan Father Greg Friedman for the Catholic Communication Campaign with a message about faithful citizenship. Jesus shocked the righteous folks of his time when he hung out with sinners and those on the fringes of society. We believe that in Jesus we see the best of what a human being can be, fully, freely, unselfishly loving, and laying down his life for those he loves. Jesus is why we hold that all human life is sacred. In this election cycle, our bishops remind us that the continuing destruction of unborn children through abortion and other threats to the lives and dignity of others who are vulnerable, sick, or unwanted remain preeminent threats to human dignity because they directly attack life itself, the most fundamental human good and the condition for all others. These can never be a matter of individual choice. For more on the dignity of human life, go to faithfulcitizenship.org.
Make plans to attend this year's Pro Vida Youth March for Life benefit dinner, Thursday, October 19th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. at St. Michael High School in Baton Rouge. You'll enjoy dinner and a silent auction, with proceeds providing scholarships for seminarians, along with helping support religious and youth who will attend the annual March for Life pilgrimage. Tickets to the Pro Vida benefit dinner are $80 per person or $600 for a table of 8. For more info, go to youthmarchforlife.org.
Hi, y'all. I'm Chef John Falls, a longtime supporter of Catholic Community Media. We're inviting the guys to Catholic Man Night Wednesday, November the 8th. Join the Fraternity of the Leaf, underwritten by the Olivier Group, for just $250. The fraternity will meet at 5 p.m. and entitles you to cigars, pre-dinner libations, a private tour of White Oak Estate and Gardens, plus a sampling of liquor from my own distillery. Or for $125, enjoy an open bar, a Regina cigar, and a strolling buffet with appetizers and entrees. Our guest speaker is Catholic convert and businessman Mike Fulmer of Berryland Campers in Ponchatoula. Reservations are going fast, y'all, so book yours now at ccmedia.live. Also, sponsor a priest or bring a friend. Just buy your reservations for Catholic Man Night, Wednesday, November the 8th at ccmedia.live. Underwritten by Olin Group, One Solution.
I'm Scott L. Smith, estate planning attorney, and I'm an underwriter of Catholic Community Radio. I help individuals, families, and businesses with estate planning and successions, creating wills, trusts, and powers of attorney, with offices in Baton Rouge and New Roads. I'm a husband, father of 5, Catholic author, and Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus in New Roads. I'm attorney Scott L. Smith. You can reach me at 225-718-5334 and on the web at smithlawfirmla.com.
Louisiana Bar Association ad filing number LA21-12335. Here's a CC Media Did You Know?
Do you know why our call letters are WPYR? In 2009, the word spread to Pray Your Rosary for Baton Rouge's first Catholic radio station. The prayer worked.
For more of our history, visit ccmedia.live.
Hi, I'm Shelley with Women's New Life Clinic. Women in unplanned pregnancies need your support. Please join us at Born to Run 5K and Half Mile Fun Run presented by the Parable Foundation, Saturday, November 4th at North Boulevard Town Square in downtown Baton Rouge. Born to Run is a fun family event with free food and music. Go to womensnewlife.com/born to run to register yourself and your team.
What a lovely morning. It is a terrific day here on Catholic Community Media. We are so delighted that you are joining us and supporting this apostolate at our fall pledge drive, which goes on today and tomorrow. And anytime, 24/7, you can donate online at ccradio.help. That's a good way, easy way to remember it, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
ccradio.help.
And it's all tax deductible. Good
you go.
thing this time of year. That only helps, right?
Absolutely, that helps as well. And we want to thank